Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be speaking all about the Kentucky State Quarter, going over the ones that are worth way more than 25 cents basically. It could be an error, it could be a variety, it could be a conditional rarity, or something else at play, and I'll be covering all of that, so whether you know nothing or you have a good understanding of coin collecting, this video will be helpful in giving you a full picture on the Kentucky State Quarter. Let's get into it. So here you've got the Kentucky Statehood Quarter, a nice close-up of the design. We see the horse, a nice manor in the background. My old Kentucky home, one of the earlier states to be a part of the Union, 1792. And you're welcome to pause this, learn a little bit more about this series, but I want to get into the varieties, not waste any time. So there's going to be a group of different doubled ears for this Kentucky Quarter. These are going to be on the Denver Mint ones, so that's just something important to point out. But you can see a very clearly strongly doubled second ear protruding at the base of that initial one, and the valuation on these may be higher. You know, if you have one with really nice eye appeal, I think maybe I'm underestimating some of these values, but I also don't want to get people carried away. It really is a coin by coin thing here. You know, it's maybe even a little bit clearer, and I think the values will reflect that, but there are sort of different manifestations on these different quarters because a fair amount of them do have these varieties, and then a third here where it's more of a softer but maybe more pronounced protrusion a little bit to the south of where a fair amount of them sort of normally are. Now, in terms of some of the conditional rarities, Mint State 69 is really the grade that's needed to make it worth submitting, because if it comes back 68, you're probably going to break even and do a fair amount of effort. 68 plus $200, you know, then there is some profit upside, but it's not like 8 pluses are regularly given out, so they basically have to be perfect. And there isn't reports of Mint State 68 plus or 69 on the Denver Mint ones. Sort of a modest upside for that Mint State 68, but these are just like flawless, almost no hits in the field. Horse has to be super clean. Same thing with the face, Washington's face on the high points, and definitely don't submit the clad proof Kentucky Quarter or the silver proof, because if they're coming back perfect, you're just going to break even. Now, in terms of some of the errors, you know, these are always challenging to tell people to look for, but if you ever see something like a silver-colored Sacagawea dollar, you know, there could be something up with it. There's different reports. They've been struck over Massachusetts, and here you can see the old right there, the outline. You know, it maybe just looks like a off metal, but you can see the undertone, you know, or the coin underneath core there. You know, the reverse has been struck with the obverse die from Sacagawea. Somebody paid $5,750, and I think that number would increase if this came up to auction today. There's also some minor things. This die break is actually a really good one to look for, because the die break presumably has struck a bunch of coins, so somebody paid $50 for this one. It's nice. I mean, it's a significant cud, you know, chip off the side of the coin. The dies wear down, something breaks off, it keeps on striking coins, but the metal flows into it, and then you have that corresponding weakness on the front of the coin over here. So certainly something to just be aware of, that there can be die breaks on P-Mint Kentucky Quarters at least. And then lastly, we've got this clipped planchet. It doesn't have too strong, well, there is a little bit of the Blakesley effect across from it, not as much on the front of the coin. Only $30, not worth the certification fees, but people who are collecting, you know, state quarter errors, if I saw a nice clipped planchet uncirculated coin from Connecticut, my home state, I'd be ready to pay $20-30 for it. So something fun to look out for. That's not during the striking process, during the process of creating the planchets themselves. But this one is sort of the one that takes the cake in terms of the craziest known Kentucky State Quarter and what happened to it, even though it's probably technically a Sacagawea dollar. But you've got those. You've also got on the D-Mint these 3 different double die ears, so good luck finding them. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like the video, comment, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. And I also have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and some other social media platforms. You can also go to my main channel website, treasuretownYT.com, to learn more about the channel and sort of stay in contact. I also will eventually host all of these videos on coinsmetalscards.com, which will be both news, marketplace, and coin information. I do have the goal of eventually getting pretty much every US coin, date, mint mark, denomination
on the channel with a similar video to the one that you just watched, and that will likely all be hosted there. And then I also have treasuretowncoins.com, which is sort of my coin dealing wing, coin dealing only entity that is a little bit less focused on content production. So thank you so much, and I'll look forward to seeing you on some of my other videos. I also have videos that are not just the date mint mark denomination recap in this format, so you can check some of those out, and I'll have fun seeing you there.